This friend of mine just said, well, they're hiring at the post office, and I always thought it would be a dream job to be a mailman. It's funny because it seems like it would be, in many ways, the simplest job in the world, but there's actually a lot to it if you want to be good at it. To me, the things that I do to make money make the rest of it possible. What is this?
Read it out loud.
A fan letter? Your music is smart, inventive, sexy, creative, industrious, and most importantly, not docile. That's a pretty good way to describe me right there. They're comparing me to God and a Wonder Bra. I would say being a singer was my first dream. And everybody thought that was just a ridiculous idea. So by 12, I was like, all right, I'm going to be a fashion designer. And that was more attainable. That was like, oh, that's a real job that some people have. I ended up going to art school, but fell in with a lot of musicians, which I had already started doing in high school. I did start my own band, a girl band in New York.
Barbie, Chrissy, Candy, Sandy, Bunny, Connie, Dee, Jenny, Tammy, Debbie, Mary, Carrie.
My first band was called the Glue Girls. Yeah, we got a record right away. Our first show was at CBGB's, and we got really popular really fast, and we were on the news and in magazines, and I kind of imploded, which is just a theme if you're a musician. One of the hardest things that you can do is try to keep a band together. And then I moved here and I was in a band called Speedway. The band I had with my best friend was called Rhinestone Chassis. And then the next band I had was called the Short Fuses, and that was probably my biggest local band. I sang and played bass with Nikki Corvette from Nikki and the Corvettes, which was awesome. We got to go to Japan 3 times. We did the US a few times. We went to Europe a couple of times. So here's how I became a mailman. Did you ever see Private Benjamin? I feel like this mailman job is like how she got in the Army. That turned out to be the best thing that ever happened to her, you know? Like she was just lost and never had a job and didn't know what to do and joined the Army by accident. When you're walking up and you're like, oh man, I hope it fits, and then boop, perfect. So when they interviewed me, they asked me, why do you want to work here? And I said, I think there's honor in the post office. I think there's honor in this job. And to spend, 40 hours of your week doing something that you think matters is important to me. I love being part of the community. I like that it's hard every day. It's a challenge. I like that a lot. So my new band was a whole new thing because I didn't start this band. These other women asked me to join their band. They said, we need a singer and a guitar player. And I was like, I know how to do both of those things. And it was great from the start. To get paid to sing all the time, I would love that. But I don't want to be naive and think that I can handle all the sacrifices that go with that. The fact that we own a home, like we have a mortgage and a home and a car, and it's not necessarily how we envisioned our life, but we wanted a family, and that's as important as the art. I love that song too. Thank you. Yeah, I could tell you all the people who don't shovel.